Arizona, the Grand Canyon State, home to my latest challenge. This bare patch of desert is soon to become home to what I can only describe as the Burning Man festival of the mountain bike world. It is, of course, 24 hours in the old Pueblo. Miles and miles of arid wilderness, blistering heat in the day and potentially freezing at night. I'll be pushing myself to the absolute brink.
The best preparation they can do is put their bike on a trainer, foot from a wall, and stare at it and ride for 6 hours.
You're just on the pedals here all the time.
2,000 riders. Collectively, they'll ride around 85,000 miles in 24 hours.
I'm going to tackle this high altitude challenge head on. Will I make it though? Well, stay tuned to find out.
So we are in the Sonoran Desert, north of Tucson, Arizona, at the 23rd edition of the 24 Hours in the Old Pueblo.
We've made it to 24-hour town. Here we go. Amongst the mass of camper vans and motorhomes, here's our home. Look, look at this little guy. Greeted with a smile every time. Welcome to Casa del Pain for the next few days. The event's been a mainstay in the super endurance world now for over 20 years, drawing in riders from all over the world. But it's not just the racing that gets people coming here. No, it's also about the festival atmosphere and the expo as well.
There's a range from very, very, very competitive pros to guys that are out here that are just gonna drink beer and have a good time.
This video then has been made possible thank you to Epic Rides, who not only organised such an epic event, but very kindly had us out here and hosted us too. Only a month ago I raced Strathbuffer, a 24-hour mountain bike race in the Highlands of Scotland, where I faced miserable conditions, a deluge of wet weather and freezing temperatures. And this time, with a healthy dose of sunshine during the day, I'll be relying on the Garmin Edge 1040 Solar to keep track of stats, deliver performance metrics to help keep me on the straight and narrow, and deliver plenty of battery life.
The 24 Hours in the Old Pueblo has a 16-mile course that bobs and weaves its way through the Sonoran Desert. It's got 7 single-track segments, custom built by hand for this exact event.
This is fun. This is an adventure. 24-hour races, never done that.
There is a collective thing that brings everybody together, and that's the mountain bike.
So here we go. We are registered. We're in. Another 24 hours is now unavoidable. I'm really looking forward to it, actually. Everyone's super friendly. The race doesn't kick off until 12 tomorrow, actually. There's still snow on the floor, even out here in the Sonoran Desert. What's that all about? But tomorrow it's supposed to calm down the wind and actually get a bit warmer, so I think it's going to be some prime race conditions.
Are you racing?
Yeah, solo.
Oh, you're crazy.
Yeah, so they keep telling me.
Last year the guy did 23.
Well, actually, it was 21 laps. In fact, I knew this as I actually caught up with previous men's solo winner Keegan Swenson prior to flying out. Dude, I thought who better to get some tips and tricks on how to survive this this monster of a race than yourself.
Man, there's kind of a lot to unpack here, you know? It's such a big, kind of a unique event. I think the biggest thing is going in, like, prepared with, like, somewhat of a good fueling strategy, like knowing, like, kind of what you're going to eat and when you're going to want it.
What's the tough point? Where am I going to really struggle, do you think?
Around up until midnight, whatever else, you're having a great time, you're riding in the dark, and then it gets to like, 2, 3, 4 a.m. and you're just like, man, I can't do this anymore. I want the sun to rise. I'm sick of riding in the dark. Like, that was, for me, that was the darkest moments. Tucson's a pretty unique place, man. The desert's pretty unforgiving. You want to make sure your tires are topped off with sealant. That's pretty important. Otherwise, you immediately just go to get punctures.
Sonoran Desert is defined as high elevation and dense vegetation. It is undeniably destination worthy. It's unique. It's like a Tim Burton-esque set. This is one of 2 Sonoran Deserts in the world. The other one is in Chile.
Hazel, that's sharp. Don't kick the cactus.
It's an amazing, fragile, beautiful environment. Survives a lot of more extreme weather temperature than other deserts.
A lot of pokey stuff that can
definitely go straight through your shoe, or if you put your hand down in the wrong place.
Cholla is spelled C-H-O-L-L-A. It is a little ball of hell. It has a nickname that is the jumping cactus. The barbs on the end of the spines are really good at clinging on, so you don't need to get too close for them to get some traction.
We've lost our cameraman. Turn left at the motorhome, and then when you get to the cactus, turn right. It's the fourth cactus on the left, though. Do you want me to send up a distress flare, or should you send up a distress flare even?
Can you send me a pin, please?
Really? You're that lost?
So weird.
Honestly,
where have you been?
This is like all blacked out as well, so it doesn't even stand out. It looks totally different. I've done like 4 or 5 laps.
You were only 20 meters away.
It's an absolute jungle of RVs, pickup trucks. I've literally been like circling about 20 meters away from this caravan for like 15 minutes.
Oh mate, good work.
All right, good morning, friends, and welcome to the 23rd annual 24 Hours in the Pueblo, presented by Tucson Medical Center. You're about to spin lap after lap after lap after lap on the Sonoran single-track sensation.
The course starts and finishes in 24-hour town, then takes in 16 miles of Sonoran Desert. The first noticeable feature is the gas line, a 5k flat-out straight. Fast-flowing single-track, then a quick pit stop past the whiskey tree for a shot of Dutch courage before tackling the final obstacle, the rock drop, the biggest feature on course, and sending you straight back to time check. Oh, you might have noticed that this isn't Amy, this is Owen, GMBN's mechanic and team soigneur.
Can't actually get them on. What noise did they send?
We start off with this really cool Le Mans style start where it's just madness.
How far is the run? Half a mile? Quarter mile. Quarter mile. Far enough.
So we're all going to take off running towards our bikes and go as fast as we can, I guess.
What's your tactics?
Run as fast as I can, grab bike, run a bit, ride a lot. Having travelled thousands of miles, done God knows how much prep, and even doing a Le Mans style start before, I was still getting those race day nerves. I was literally shitting bricks.
3, 2, 1!
Holy shit!
Right, here we go. Steady pacing required, I think. Yeah, 7 miles. Oh my God, I nearly missed my bike. And here we go. 24 hours. I feel like that was a pretty good start, I'll be honest. For my running abilities, that was all right.
The best preparation they can do is put their bike on a trainer about a foot from a wall and stare at it and ride for 6 hours.
Effectively always on the pedals. There's no really long extended climbs. There's no really extended descents.
It's a really fast course. It should be super fast dirt.
Let's get that heart under control.
The gas line is, it is quite literally just that. So no matter what the terrain does, the trail, the road above it goes straight. Little 50-foot punchy climbs over and over again. Going down it, very steep, cruising, coasting at 20 plus miles an hour. Kind of fun when you're planning for it, very dangerous when you're not planning for it.
And everyone is still like, absolutely giving it the beans. I've had loads of people overtake me, which normally would bug the hell out of me. But I'm like, no, you guys go. I'm gonna listen to the advice Amy gave me and just cruise it. Hey, watch out, Lennon.
How many laps in are we? 3 laps in.
Yeah. This time, at the last 24-hour race, we were like a third of the distance. You're just on the pedals here all the time. No.
Hardest bit will probably just be maintaining like a high intensity of focus.
I think it's a lot of perceived rate of exertion. I think it's a lot of, yeah, I'll be aware of my heart rate. I'll be aware of how smoked I am. I think it's more just monitoring your nutrition and hydration and closing your eyes, if possible, when you're not racing. What are you doing?
Looking at my Garmin, I was 4 hours in with 50 miles completed and an average heart rate of around 164 beats. The Arizona sun was still absolutely blazing mind. On my last pit stop though, I was putting on a brave face. It was only early hours into the race, yet my body was already screaming at me.
All right, so we check in. I'm big time struggling. This is the realities of racing these kinds of things. They're really hard. Like, I can't express how tough they are, regardless of your level. Oh. Not very well. I feel rotten. I don't know why. I feel genuinely awful. Alright. Yeah, buddy. I'm not alright, I'll be honest. I'm having to do something I've never done on one of these challenges. I've had to pull over and just stop. I don't feel very well. My head feels like it's absolutely banging. I've got nothing in the tank. And my stomach is doing flips. It's gonna be a long race. I think normally in these scenarios, have a big old tablespoon of cement, harden up and crack on. But the average speed and just on it all the time, I think it's just relentless, and I just maybe struggling with the pace a bit, but I mean, you still gotta have fun, even if you can't breathe properly. 15th at the mo. I mean, that's not bad. I was 15th out of 97. I'd say that.
Still in it.
Oh yeah, I mean, everyone's going to be starting to stop soon now anyway. Yeah. I feel like because this is that'll be the last full lap before dark.
Yeah.
To capture, to have the opportunity to experience with endorphins blazing a sunset in Arizona or a sunrise in Arizona is special.
Almost getting darkish. I think it's like 7:15 is lights.
Stealing my job here.
Just filling in some airtime.
It's 5:55. Back to you, Owen.
The lights need to go on.
Okay, people. Darkness is descending upon us. Look how stunning that is. But that does mean it's time to get the lights out. So Outbound Lighting are supplying the lights for this challenge. So I've got the Hangover head torch on my head. I've got the Trail Evo mounted to my bars. A combination of over 3,000 lumens, but it's how it delivers those lumens which is really important.
Beep, beep. Thanking you.
To get through the night, it coincides with when most riders will dip into that dark place mentally too.
So here we go then, back into the unknown.
Night laps take on an entirely different character. The laps are only lit up by high-powered lighting systems on helmets and handlebars.
Okay, a little Garmin update for you. So, we are 5 hours 37 moving in, 111 kilometers done.
So I've heard for years that this was very Burning Man-ish. I'll be damned, it is very Burning Man-ish.
Pretty wild. So far so good. You really got to keep your wits about you with the cacti everywhere. Like if you drift off a little bit, ooh baby, you're in for a world of pain.
How you doing?
546, 457.
Yeah, fellas. Yeah.
There's a really cool spot, and it's called the Whiskey Tree. And you're kind of obligated to stop and take a shot of whiskey there.
24-hour race in El Pueblo.
You know, feeling great. Oh, I'm definitely.
There we go. There's the winner.
Oh, yeah!
The good stuff. I'm not sure that would have helped settle my stomach, but hey, it's a party, yeah. Nearly got 160 on the clock, couple of thousand meters climbing. What's the battery like? 86%, and we're 9 hours 11 in. That sun's really helped it.
I think one of the most like striking things for me last year was just it being like the dead of night. You can see this like constant stream of like rider lights like outlining the entire lap.
That's where you win in the 24, is how you can go through the night and keep it going and whatnot. So a lot of us desert rats are pretty good at riding at night because in the summertime, you ride at night.
Sun you left.
I'd arrived at the midpoint of the race, 12 hours ridden, 124 miles complete and 6,500 calories burnt. I was still surviving the race, but what happened next, I was not expecting.
10 to 2 in the morning, and I need a wee. How you guys doing, all right?
You pissing blood?
Oui, oui, monsieur.
How much?
Well, it's very red, let's put it that way. Right.
Oh, no.
Twice in a row is a bit suspect.
But you said you got a bad back, though, didn't you?
It does, yeah, it does get bad. Why, is that related?
Your kidneys are bad.
Ah, well, here you go. Yeah, I'm still sitting in 18. 18? Oh, God. 212k in, and I've been feeling it from, like, basically the beginning, so we're off to medical centres. The Tucson Medical Centre is just down here. We're going to go get checked out, probably, well, I don't know. We'll see what they say.
Have you had this happen before?
Not the blood, pee and blood, no. That's a new one on me.
You smoke?
Nope.
Yeah, it's bad for you.
Do you know what? I never even tried it. The first time was like 50-50 mix, we'll call it.
Yeah.
This time was like 75-25.
Okay.
Let's breathe normal for a sec.
So you're saying you just want like an ice pack or something?
Be riding around, I'll have to like lean back and try and just open everything up to actually get.
Where's home?
UK.
Okay. Well, this could be nothing, but like I said, I think to make sure it's nothing, because like I said, people your age shouldn't have symptoms. You need some blood tests, you know, and EKG and possibly a chest X-ray too to make sure.
Should I just get that done at home, or?
I would get it done here now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wait till you get home.
Like right now.
Yeah. The reason being, the things that are the bad things can make you real sick and even kill you real quick.
Yeah, because I've got like 11-hour flight again.
Yeah,
11-hour flight.
Yeah, like a pulmonary embolus, those have a pretty good mortality rate if you don't treat it.
We'll get an x-ray of your chest.
Okay.
I'll give you a breathing treatment and see if that helps with the wheezing and the cough.
Sure. Yeah, whatever you think is best.
Your lungs don't sound too bad, but when you cough, it definitely sounds wheezy. So.
Yeah, it's like, it sounds like something's on there, doesn't it? So we did have a few things wrong with us in the end. Acute bronchospasm, exertional rhabdomyolysis, hematuria, and it just says gross at the end. Right, well that didn't quite go to plan, did it? I didn't anticipate ending up in hospital halfway through this race. Do you know what? Unfortunately, sometimes you get defeated and it just happens. It's part of racing, it's part of competing. Essentially what was happening was I was getting really lightheaded, I was getting tight-chested, I was struggling to breathe, I was feeling a bit sick as well. And basically I'd push the limits and then I'd push past them limits. So what happens is your muscles essentially start to deteriorate, at which point they start producing excess protein and various other gunks and horribleness that go into your bloodstream and is actually peeing blood multiple times. So that was my race done. But do you know what? In 9 hours, I still did 212 kilometers with just under 3,000 meters. So I still put in a flipping good stint. And not only that, not only was it a really fun race, but also the whole atmosphere, you know, the whiskey tree, coming through the pits, the expo, check in, check out. It was a hell of an experience. So back to feeling unwell, it correlates with what Garmin was telling me, because I looked down at my Garmin, it's like, you've got no stamina, you've got no like potential to keep going, you know, no performance potential, like you're cooked. I still technically finished the race because if you cross the line after 12, you still get that lap counted. So I finished. I don't know what place, you know, that's kind of irrelevant because this has been more of an experience than a lot of my other challenges combined. And I hope you lot out there have really enjoyed it too. But I'm gonna go for some well-earned rest. I hope you lot have enjoyed watching. Thank you. If you have, let me know what you thought in the comments down below. And again, it's not just me, Owen, the camera guys, Joey, Louis. It's a big old team effort, these things, and it's been a great laugh. So thank you, everybody. Until next time, I'll see you later.